So some time ago, my team built this beautiful, elegant little tool, and I think it has rather significant implications for a lot of folks. So I wanted to share it with you. It's the hypothetical COS change calculator. First, we need to understand what COS is. Cost of sale is just the cost of a campaign or channel divided by the revenue that's attributed to it. So it's identical to return on ad spend, except for it's the reciprocal. So the division is done the other way. The advantage of this is it is expressed as a percent of revenue, which is great because so is your margin. Like, it's just a better version of return on ad spend. In fact, if I could make return on ad spend go away and get everyone to talk in COS, I would. So here's what that tool looks like. Now, I know it doesn't work in this aspect ratio, so let's zoom in. Now, you see 4 fields here. The current COS is a calculated field. You don't have to worry about that one. But the other 3 are entry points. So you enter your current tier spend for some date range. I recommend something statistically significant or at least very, very representative of the way that your campaigns are currently behaving. Same thing with the revenue. You want to use the same date range as you did with the spend for obvious reasons. And then your hypothetical new cost of sale target. Now, let's talk through this example. Imagine you're a new direct-to-consumer brand, for example, and maybe your margins are 50%. Then you know you don't want to spend more than 50% on any given order. Maybe you want to spend up to 50%. You're willing to break even on an order for the market share, let's say in this hypothetical, but you don't want to go any further. That's where this tool comes in. Now, we're considering a hypothetical COS of 35%. So the obvious answer is, well, 35% is less than 50%, so this should be fine. Wrong! So the reason that backfires is potentially a little bit subtle. It has to do with diminishing returns. If you're going back into the same campaigns and the same strategies that you had and you're just adding more dollars, each dollar you add is going to be slightly less efficient than the previous dollar you added. And so we took a very, very simplified model of diminishing returns and we plugged it in here. So if you were to try and say, well, let's go from 20% to 21%, the simple model starts to break down. But for larger changes like this, it's a great reality check. You can not only see from this curve that it's not a linear relationship, but then we can drop down to the bottom of this and see not only the total spend and total revenue in this new hypothetical future world, but the incremental spend, incremental revenue, and something that you may not have already been looking at, the incremental COS. Effectively, this is representative of the efficiency of just that new business that the additional COS allocation is earning you. So this is at 55%. We already know we're too high. We need to bring that back down. You can also use this tool for examining lower COS targets. Say, for example, you had a rough couple of months and you needed to tighten your belt on your marketing budgets. This tool will tell you how efficient is just that slice of revenue that you're considering sacrificing. And if that's much, much lower than your margin, then this would be counterproductive to cut. If, however, that incremental slice is near your margin or above your margin, then you were already above that roll-off point, and backing off will actually improve your profitability. Either way, I recommend taking a look at it. It has plenty of limitations because of how simplified the model is, but if you're not already thinking about your budget in terms of their incremental effect, then this is a fantastic place to start training your eye to it.